My name's Campion, and this poem forms the summary of our trip around the world in Equinox from 2008 to 2010. The poem's entitled I Have. When first we talked of going to sea around the world, him and me, my heart was filled with dread and fear, which worsened as the time drew near. But I'd agreed to do the trip. I told myself, just get a grip. You'll be okay, just get up and go, knowing that it might not be so. Our goodbyes said, we released our lines and headed off for sunnier climes, though first enduring 5 months of rain and the Bay of Biscay to get to Spain. Gently at first, in little hops, sailing by day with overnight stops, the miles began to accumulate. My fear, though, would not dissipate. In Las Palmas, things were pretty frantic, preparing to cross the big Atlantic. Suddenly, in my heart, I knew this was a bit I couldn't do. So I shopped and cooked and vacuum packed, made sure the fridge and cupboards were stacked, flew to St. Lucia full of shame, and met other women who'd done the same. We found our rooms and unpacked our bags, then gathered together, all of us wags, wives and girlfriends, discovering over a pina colada that we weren't cut out for the Spanish Armada. The common denominator, truth to tell, though we'd sailed far and done pretty well, was the fact we'd all got into a state undertaking this voyage to please our mate. Now that this voyage is almost complete, I look back on that time as my only defeat. I've faced mighty seas, forces 8s and 9s, surrounded by lightning and battling with lines. But more than this, oh so much more, I've found the joy of an approaching shore. I've smiled at whales and they've smiled back. I've sat by a volcano as it blew its stack. I've watched something happen to my old man, from short back and sides to long hair and a tan. And then, what the hey, he had nothing to lose, when in Hiva Oa he got some tattoos. I've crouched in the jungle, all fingers and thumbs, weaving baskets with women by the light of glowworms. I've watched stunned to silence as out of the trees descended orangutans which brushed by my knees. I've drank evil brews, not minding a bit that it's traditionally made by being chewed and then spit. I've bargained for molas and dug out canoes and traded for bananas with a pair of old shoes. Danced barefoot on beaches where tree frogs call, and a huge brilliant moon is my disco mirror ball. I've wobbled in dinghies and fallen in once. Though the water was warm, I felt such a dunce. I've been in a convoy from Oman past Somali, which is known by many now as Pirate Alley, and having survived it, came through safe and free, found myself interviewed on Yemen TV. Oh, the people I've met in these 40-some lands, with their welcoming faces and waving hands, the like-minded sailors who, when this all ends, I'd like to imagine will always be friends. These are the memories more precious than gold. I'll conjure them up when it's wet and cold. And I thank dear old Skipper for helping me through the times that were difficult, quite a few.